So yesterday I had my annual dermatologist appointment. This is the dermatologist that diagnosed my second hair loss I got November 2022 after my dad died. It's an autoimmune hair loss, which is separate from the one I got in 1999 when I was 21, female pattern baldness, and still have to this day, of course. And I go to her annually because I need to get the prescriptions that I need, which is particularly for the low dose naltrexone, because I don't know that everybody would be on board with prescribing that. Also, I do get clindamycin, which I need for folliculitis, doxycycline for emergency flares. So I thought I would bring you along to share my thoughts in the car, and also kind of like a debriefing after my visit to tell you how it went, the status of where that autoimmune hair loss is present day, and why, like basically regardless of what the outcome was going to be, I wouldn't grow my hair out. That's what this video is about, and let's go. It's also a bit of an emotionally loaded visit because there was so much that went into this visit in 2022, and all the fears that I had, and the realization I had a second hair loss, not knowing what was going on, not knowing how I was going to handle it. I'm going to go with the beanie look today. Why? Because, well, it's a dermatologist, and I have shown up there before in a wig. This is just easier. And why no wig? Because my head is cold, so we have to have something. People don't realize that, you know, you lose your hair. It's not just like you lose your hair and that's it, and you don't have to balance out a million things in the day. Like, do I want to wear a wig? Do I not want to wear a wig? Wait, I don't want to wear a wig, but my head is cold, so I have to wear a beanie. And that is my timer saying, you need to get the heck out of here. So away we go. People may be wondering why. If she says you don't have the autoimmune hair loss anymore, why wouldn't I grow my hair out to see if I could have the short haircut I had before and be able to wear closed front wigs? It's because irrespective of what she says and irrespective of what people can see online, you can't see. Lighting changes everything. That's what's missing, guys. So, well, that's pretty intense right there. So anyways, I'm just gonna grab that little piece. You know, and also having your head shaved, that's the whole point. It makes it look even and whatever. That's the whole point for not other people on the planet. It's for me and how I feel about myself, looking at myself that way and not seeing the fall and all of that. And I was so tormented in 2022, like so tormented after living with hair loss for so long, doing the daily grind of what I did to make it work, which was, you know, PRP every 5 months, flying from LA to Florida. I mean, I had my system. It was fine. I accepted it. It was what it was. But in 2022, I was so affected by just nothing working, my wig's not working, watching my alien temples grow out. So, see, this is where my hairline, where I would pull out the line right there of hair. And you see how there's literally nothing coming out because the hairline moved back there. You can't pull that hair out from back there. It will look crazy, crimped out, you know? So this is literally the only thing that's left of my hairline, which is not very helpful. I can see that the hairline is a bit further back than where it should be. The hairline is going to be sparse. By the way, it was already, before the second hairline, the hairline was thinning already to a degree that my wigs were like progressively not working as well in the years just prior to, by the way, prior to getting autoimmune hair loss. So it was already on the way out. And so I was making it work, but it just wasn't working as well. So to grow it out would mean seeing the fall, for one, because you're gonna start seeing the hair fall. My hair's continuously going to be falling out, even with female pattern baldness. So see the strands and then having that mental chaos, then seeing the thinness that has now, I haven't grown with my loss. Like, let's say I never got an autoimmune hair loss and then just had female pattern baldness. So, and I didn't have my head shaved in 2023 and 2024. And I didn't grow with the loss because my head has been shaved. And that's the thing people don't really get also, is like, I've learned to grow with my hair loss. Like, I made it work by cutting my hair short. I made it, you know, function for me, but I grew with it, seeing it progressively get worse over the years, accepting it, modifying my wigs, modifying my haircut, doing what I did. I made it work, but I was growing with the loss. If you now are not growing with the loss because your head is shaved, right? You haven't seen anything, well, not seen much in a couple of years. Now you could grow back out. You're going to be shocked because it's going to be, my situation will be progressively worse, even if the autoimmune hair loss is not there. It just will be. Years have passed. My situation was already getting worse. I've had hair loss since I was 21. I'm 47 years old. So this is, female pattern baldness is progressive. Even when you're doing treatments for it, it is progressive. So I wouldn't want to put myself in that situation. There would be no point to put myself in that situation at this point. But I am curious. I am curious what her thoughts are. Yeah. So I don't want to torment myself. I don't want to put myself in a position to negatively affect myself, no matter what the situation is. It makes much more sense as I've been learning to live within this new dynamic of a shaved head, within the new dynamic of different types of wigs. It makes much more sense to, you know, grow with it now, adjust with it, because I will be more free. You know, I don't have to see the fall anymore. It's not perfect. None of this is perfect. I keep saying that because it's important to know. It's not like I love a shaved head. I wish I could have my closed front with life blending of the hairline, you know, making use of my hairline that felt like me. It's just gone. It's not a thing. This is more complicated, trying to work with lace fronts, but shaving my head with a folliculitis. But in time, it's been a couple of years doing this, but in time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, by 6, 7 years, 10 years, it's going to be second nature, just like it was for me before. And I'm not going to rob myself of the ability to get more free from my situation. We are done with our appointment. Went well. She sees improvement on my scalp. Let me just back up for a second. One of the things that bothered me, but I mean, it's kind of what they do here. They do it in a lot of places, but it bothered me a lot less after I shaved my head. But they do like the mugshot photos. Take a picture forward, take a picture to the left, take a picture to the right, and then behind and tilt your head down. And when I first came in 2022, I was just mortified by these photos. I just felt so friggin' small. Ever since shaving my head, it's worth noting that when like every photo I've had to take for every appointment, I've been like, okay, you know, how's this angle work for you? How about this one? This one now? Like, I'm being funny, but not also. Like, that's how I felt. It was just such a stark difference. And that's also know when you're really in alignment with what you need to do. If something is like making you feel like not good and small, in that case, my situation was with that second hair loss and taking the mug shots, and it transformed by, you know, shaving my head, showing up. And they have several shaved head mug shots of me, but it doesn't bother me anymore. But anyways, she sees improvement. So much improvement in my scalp, so much less inflamed than it was. And, you know, some areas that maybe are still exhibiting those classic autoimmune hair loss symptoms, like which are the exclamation point hairs, yellow dots, dystrophic hairs, which they can tell by use of dermoscopy, which is putting a magnifying glass to your head. So even though this wasn't going to change what I was going to do going forward, I was curious to see the state of my head. Like, is it improved? Is it better? And she says it is dramatically better. And so I'm still going to continue on doing what I do, which is do the clindamycin for shaving my head. I also take low dose naltrexone. I don't actually know that it's had any benefit to my scalp. It may have, it may not have. I mean, I just feel like it can't hurt. I don't have side effects, and it's been shown to have some efficacy in autoimmune issues overall. And that second type of hair loss was autoimmune. And there's some studies for low dose naltrexone for autoimmune hair loss. I don't think it's negative. I don't have any side effects. I don't mind taking it. It's not a drain on me to take this. It doesn't bother me to take it. So I basically kind of come here to get that refill because I don't know if many people are on board with low dose naltrexone. She is. And so anyways, overall, appointment went well. I definitely have a couple hour drive going back. My next appointment won't be for a year. That's, like I said, it's really just to be like check up on my head, but really for the prescriptions that I need to get, you know, to maintain my scalp while I shave it, and then also the low dose naltrexone. That is how it went well. Kind of just want to get back to my area, my zone. Maybe I'll get a coffee somewhere. So yeah, overall positive.